Just Dani Beckstrom is in for Jeff Smith tonight. She has all the details in her exclusive AccuWeather forecast. Dani.
Hey, Tanya and Joe, good evening. Right now, we are still looking at wet weather drifting through as the wind starts to pick up. You mentioned 40-mile-per-hour gusts. We've already seen that, and that's conservative as we head into tonight and tomorrow. We could see peak gusts in the 50 to 60-mile-per-hour range. So the weather headline, wet to windy. Again, we're not completely done with the showers just yet, but the steadiest, most widespread rain is moved on. It looks like we have one more round of it before we dry out and our attention really turns to the wind. Right now, air temperature at 41 in the city. I also want to mention visibility because you guys brought up the delays and issues at area airports. It's not just the wet weather. It's not just the wind. It's the fact that our visibility right now in our cloud ceilings really low. A lot of moisture fell in parts of the area over an inch, so we do have the moisture to work with and another round of rain before we dry out. And quite the spread in temperature. Our northern suburbs still close to the freezing mark where we're at 60 degrees right now for Belmar. Islip at 50, 41 in the park, 37 for Morristown. Close to the coast is where we've already seen the winds pick up. 46-mile-per-hour gusts right now in Trenton. It looks like 37 for Islip, and our peak gusts have already been to 40 at Islip, 30 at LaGuardia, and 43 out in Montauk. We continue to see that number ramp up. We're looking at our gusts picking up again. 40 to 50 miles per hour heading into tonight, and that sticks with us overnight into tomorrow and for most of the day on Monday. High wind warning for the area shaded in this darker tan color. That's for a lot of North Jersey, a lot of Jersey in general, and up through Sullivan County. Wind advisory for the 5 boroughs and points north and east. That's where we'll see winds peak closer to 50, but for under the high wind warning, those winds will peak closer to 60. We're also seeing some issues with ice that fell earlier this afternoon. Reports of ice damage in Fairfield County. We also had ice accumulations of a half of an inch at the Montgomery Airport, and some icing still possible as we watch a thunderstorm start to drift through North Jersey. Heavy rain falling near Mount Olive over through Sparta and Harmony. Reddington picking up some heavy rain as well. This brings another round of rain to the city before we can wrap up those showers. So as we put futurecasts into play, the trend tonight is in general drying out, but we have another round of rain to get through first, and then the gusty wind picks up, and that blustery wind sticks with us all day long tomorrow. Again, peak gusts 50 to 60 miles per hour, staying brisk, breezy, and cold into Tuesday. Another part of the story is the dramatic drop in temperature. As we head into the overnight hours, you see those winds picking up and our temperatures dropping off. We have so much to talk about in the full AccuWeather forecast. I'll have that coming up in just a few minutes. But for now, I'll send it back to you, Tanya and Joe.
All right, Dani, thank you so much. And now to...
don't rub it in about the beautiful weather because it is not so beautiful out there. We're watching one more round of heavy rain drift through the tri-state, and then our attention turns to the wind. An AccuWeather alert continuing tomorrow with gust speeds 50 to 60 miles per hour possible. And that is enough to prompt high wind warnings, wind advisories across the area. Behind this round of really gusty wind is a dramatic drop in temperature. You'll feel it by tomorrow morning. And for the middle of the week, sub-zero wind chills possible in parts of the area with highs close to freezing. And then our attention turns to snow. Yes, a chance for snow on Thursday. We're tracking the timing, and I'll give you a preliminary look at totals coming up in the full AccuWeather forecast.
Dani Beckstrom is here in place of Jeff Smith tonight. Dani, so fun to have you with us tonight.
So fun to be here. I wish that it was better weather.
I was just going to say that. I wish you were telling us about some nicer weather. You're so sunny. Why can't you translate that to the weather?
I had to bring something, Brian.
There you go.
Because it's looking awfully gloomy out there.
It's a bold statement.
Now, we're wrapping up. It is, right?
Yes.
We're wrapping up the rain after tonight, but then our attention turns to the wind and much colder conditions. And we do have one round of heavy rain to get through before drying out after dinner time. Right now, 43 degrees in the city. We've watched those temperatures climb throughout the day. Quite the spread, right? 60 in Belmar, 50 in Islip, where we're still seeing temps close to the freezing mark north in our northern neighborhoods. Now, as we look at the rain that has fallen so far today, pretty impressive, right? 1 inch to 2 inches across the majority of the tri-state. And as I mentioned, we're not done yet, but our attention is beginning to turn to the wind, which is already starting to pick up close to the coast. 37-mile-per-hour gusts in Islip, 35 for Montauk, 26 in Belmar, and we've already seen gust speeds close to 50 in Wrightstown, 40 for Islip, and over 40 miles per hour in Montauk. So looking at those peak winds already, no surprise, this high wind warning and a wind advisory goes into effect heading into tonight. This takes us through the majority of the day Monday as well. It is about to get gusty. And remember, the ground is saturated from the rain that fell already today and this next round moving through. So with gusts to that magnitude, it can cause issues in terms of power outages and toppled trees. Let's talk about the showers that we're still seeing. Some icing moving through Orange County near Goshen. It looks like rain up through Sullivan, Ulster, and Dutchess. That rain starting to push into portions of Westchester and Fairfield. Fairfield. But the heaviest rain right over the 5 boroughs right now and in North Jersey. I saw a few lightning strikes and embedded thunderstorm activity when this was off to our west. It looks at this point it's just heavy rain that we're dealing with, but that's really heavy rain over through Ramapo, down through Wayne, down through Linden, over through Mount Olive. So again, this is all shifting north and east. It's starting to track through the 5 boroughs right now, eventually moving into Rockland, Westchester, and Fairfield County before it's out of here. And this is the last batch before we clear out as we move into tonight. So after dinner time, I think by 7 or 8, the radar should be dry, and that's when it gets really gusty and quite a bit colder. You're going to notice those temperatures dropping off very quickly through the overnight hours. Tomorrow is dry under a partly cloudy sky, but we wake up to temperatures in the 20s and 30s, and we wake up to those winds that are howling. In fact, they're howling even overnight into tomorrow morning, and wind is such a huge weather story on Monday. It's the reason for our AccuWeather alert tomorrow. Temperatures top out just close to freezing tomorrow, already feeling quite a bit different, and moving toward Tuesday morning. That's when our lows fall to the teens, and it will feel sub-zero in spots because of these winds. So as we look at the futurecast gusts, putting them into play late tonight, we're in that 40 to 50 mile per hour range, and moving toward Monday morning, that's where in that range of 50 plus possible for parts of the area. This is the kind of wind that can cause problems. It means your patio furniture could end up in your neighbor's yard if not secured. It means toppled trees can encounter power lines and lead to spotty power outages. That is all in play late tonight into Monday. This takes us through tomorrow evening. The wind doesn't really start to back off until we get into the day on Tuesday, and even Tuesday is noticeably blustery. So Monday, very gusty and quite a bit colder. Tuesday, brisk and bright. Winds start to taper off. We'll see sunshine, but still quite cold. And then we cloud up again on Wednesday as we watch this next storm system, this coastal storm that has had a lot of people talking on social media. Right now, what it looks like is snow is likely, but it's too early to tell you how, with any sort of certainty, how much snow that we're getting. This is an early look, a preliminary look at our snow expectations. Close to the coast is where we have the best chance for 3+ inches of snow, where our northern neighborhoods generally an inch or less. So looking at the hour by hour for the rest of tonight, you see the rain chances taper off in the next hour or so, and then the cold, gusty conditions set in with that AccuWeather alert overnight. AccuWeather alert continues into tomorrow with temperatures taking a nosedive as the gusty wind continues, and then we'll taper off those winds into the middle of the week as we watch the next storm. That's the AccuWeather forecast. We'll be right back after the break. Weather to talk about tonight. It's getting windy, getting colder, but right now still seeing heavy rain in parts of the area. So let's get outside. This is quite the shot, right? You see the raindrops on the camera lens as that rain drifts through. Tomorrow, an AccuWeather alert day because of the much colder and very gusty conditions. Those wind gusts already picking up as we speak, and it delivers temperatures by the middle of the week that feel frigid. In fact, we could even see sub-zero wind chills as we wake up to start Tuesday morning and Wednesday morning, and then that leads us to Thursday, our next shot for snow. Starting first with what we're seeing right now, close to freezing for our northern neighborhoods, 46 in the park, 60 for Belmar. We're surging in some of that warm air before the cold air comes in overnight into tomorrow morning, ushered in by these really gusty winds. We're already feeling it. Trenton right now, wind gusts to 43, Toms River 37, same for Islip. We've seen peak gusts right at 40 already today in Islip, 46 for Trenton, close to 50 for Wrightstown. More where that came from. We're just going to pick up those wind gusts as we head into late tonight, and then they stay peak gusts 50 to 60 miles per hour overnight into the bulk of the day on Monday. So no surprise that high wind warnings, wind advisories issued across the area. And keep in mind, we picked up 1 to 2 inches of rain today. The rain is still falling. That plus these wind gusts that are 50 to 60 miles per hour can lead to damage. We're talking toppled trees that can lead to spotty power outages. That's all in play late tonight into tomorrow. But we're not in the clear with rain just yet. It looks like a round of very heavy rain drifting through the city and our northern suburbs as we speak. As we zoom in, this is moving through Nassau County, getting into western Suffolk, Hicksville, Freeport, picking up really heavy rain. Rainfall intensity starting to back off for the 5 boroughs, but the heavy rain is moving into Bergen County. It looks like Westchester County eventually getting into Fairfield. Some icing still happening right now in Orange. But we're at the tail end of this. We're pushing out the moisture, and after that is when the cold air blasts in with the really gusty wind. So we're looking at our radar being dry, heading towards 7 or 8. And from there, partly cloudy sky overnight into tomorrow morning as our temperatures take a nosedive. We land close to the freezing mark in the city tomorrow morning and then don't move much. Our highs are close to freezing tomorrow. That, when coupled with gusts 50 to 60 miles per hour, will feel absolutely frigid, and it doesn't get better on Tuesday. Our wind will start to taper off on Tuesday, but it's still going to feel quite cold. So looking at Monday, it's very windy. That's our main weather headline and the reason for the alert tomorrow. Tuesday is still brisk, but a little brighter with sunshine. Then Wednesday, we cloud up as we watch that next storm system that's getting a lot of talk on social media. It does look like snow is likely on Thursday, but how much snow is still the question. The best chance for the more impressive snowfall totals will be closer to the coast, but it does look like south of our area, best chance for the heavy snow, 6+ inches. We will we'll fine tune that as we get throughout the week. What we're paying attention to closer right now is the wind. Those wind gusts are already picking up tonight as our temperatures really cool off. You're going to feel the difference as you wake up tomorrow, and watch out for the gusts. Batten hatches, as we say, because of how significant the wind gusts are. And then we settle down the wind heading into the middle of the week as our temperatures cool off, and then we're all watching that snow chance on Thursday. We'll keep you updated on that one.
Oh my gosh, more snow,
More snow.
storms.
Some people will be happy about it.
That's right. Dani,
Very
thank you
few.
so much.